Hi everyone, today I would like to show you the symptoms where the Sony ICF series radio receiver suffer from the bad electrolytic capacitor. So what are the symptoms? I wanted to show you in different models. Basically they were using the SMD surface mount devices, those small electrolytic capacitors, and they went mostly bad with the time and the age. So the Sony radios ICF series are they have this common problem. So I wanted to show you how it is. Usually it's easy, if you are technically handy, you can open up the radio, take all the SMD electrolytic capacitors and replace them with the new, and the radio will be working absolutely fine. So I would like to show you on this model. This is a very good model, Sony ICF-SW55 world receiver. So on this particular model they are bad in the audio output stage, so the audio is less. Listen, this is the full volume, you can see, and audio is very less. Radio is working but audio is very less. This is on the AM. If we go FM, I can show you. Let me take the antenna out. 94.70 FM, 94.70. See, there is the audio, very less, but you can see the signal strength. So this is one of the symptom. Radio suffering from SMD electrolyte capacitors. When they are bad, they dried out. So solution is to replace them, and the radio will be serviceable for another 20-30 years, working absolutely fine. All other components are fine, only the capacitors. So this particular model has this symptom at the moment. You can see how it's a less audio. But if whenever you do it yourself or by technician, tell them to replace all electrolytic SMD capacitors from the audio stage, from the rectifier stage, from the oscillator stage, so the radio will be working fine. If you just for this, if you change in the audio stage, then the radio will be working fine, but you never know, after a few years from the oscillator circuit they will get bad and you don't have a sensitive stations, a weak station you cannot tune in. So change all of them. I'll put a detail and schematic diagram in the description. Also in the links you can see which one, which capacity and the rating you can use them. The best is to choose from the Panasonic electrolytic SMD capacitor. They are the best. They have a better tolerance and better life. So use them. If you use if you're handy, you can do yourself or maybe buy with some radio technician. So this is one of the symptoms which I show you. In the AM we go 198, execute. You see, I hope you can hear it. It's able to tune the station, but audio is so weak. This is one. I show you the other model. This is the other radio, same model. This is with the serial number 62735, and I can show you there are the batteries down, but this radio even doesn't bother to turn on pressing nothing. So the problem is the same. Electrolytic capacitor here, maybe they just leak on the circuit, so even it's not turning on. But we can try this with the external power source, so we can see where is the problem. So we're going to use this power supply to feed with the power supply to see if it responding. And it's important, you can see here the power supply. So what is important, if you see on the DC, it requires 6 voltage, and the center point is plus, the outer point is minus. This you need to make sure. And if we go to the power supply now, and it has a polarity setting, so we set like the positive is in the center point and the negative outside, and voltage is 6. It's always better to use the original power supply like I have, but I show you the other just in case. If you don't have a original power supply, it doesn't matter, you can use any power supply with the same voltage and the same polarity. Polarity is important. Plus goes to plus and minus goes to the minus, otherwise will be a problem and a circuit can get damaged in the radio. So we plug this one and we see how this radio do. So here we are. So we connect power source. Now you see radio is turning on, but it has a hum. It has a humming noise. This is the volume full. So the capacitors are totally bad in the audio stage and also in the oscillator and the power supply stage. You can see here. So we can try to, you see, this is another symptom. This is an other system, other symptom of bad electrolytic capacitors. Okay, I show you some other models also. Stay tuned. So here we have now a Sony ICF-SW7600. This was the failed model. Why? Because initially it was a good radio, but after 10 to 12 years it shows the signs of capacitors, and that's how it affects all of this. There were other models like ICF without SW7600D. They never suffer. Still those radio, their capacitors are good because on them Sony have used a Panasonic capacitors inside. But this one in 10, 12 years, 15 years, they were all bad. Now you see the symptom on this. So it turns on and you can see very weak audio on the AM. So we can try FM. So it tunes the stations and detune it. Here volume is full. And the funny thing is the radio station we are hearing is not this one. It's something else. 9470 is a classic NPO radio 4. This is something else. So the oscillator circuit is also, the capacitors in the oscillator circuit are really bad. We go to AM, try to do BBC. See if you can hear. Only very less static noise, nothing else. We can do 1052 AM, further nothing. So you see, these are all symptoms. Different models are suffering with this different symptoms, and all of them are associated with the bad capacitors. So if you have a same radio and it has the same problem, if you change the electrolytic capacitors, the SMDs, and then it will work. And backlight is working. No, not really. Backlight is also not working. So you only hear the hiss in some stations, of course. And AM is terribly bad. Nothing. No static noise even. 198. 198. Yeah. So this is another example of the bad electrolytic capacitors in the Sony. I'll show you a few more models. This is another model, Sony ICF-SW30. So this one has another symptom. And other symptom is that it cannot tune the stations. Look, audio is enough, and this radio has enough audio but cannot tune the station. And this one doesn't have a capacitor problem. It has a crystal diode in the oscillator in the oscillator circuit. And what happens sometimes when people connect the external antenna to these radios here, and a very strong local station, so it blew up the crystal diode in the oscillator circuit. So now the signal which is coming from the built-in ferrite antenna or the telescope antenna, when they are going to the oscillator circuit, the crystal diode is broken. So it doesn't convert that signal radio frequencies into oscillating signal, so it can be amplified in the IF stage, and then later on it goes to the AF preamp and further. So if you have this kind of radio and you have a problem that it's not tuning anything, it has audio, all you need to do, you need to take that small crystal diode oscillator circuit. So when you replace that, and radio will be working fine. But the capacitors are good in this case. So this doesn't suffer from any electrolytic SMD capacitors. This one suffers from the crystal diode in the oscillator stage. that has remained open, you know, with a strong local station, or maybe, yeah, it can be a thunderstorm radio was used, and then that high voltage go through in, and it break that crystal diode in that circuit, and that's why it's unable to tune any station, because it's open. Audio stage is and pre-stage is perfectly fine. So problem is in the oscillator stage. It might be also possible that some of the SMD capacitors in the oscillator stage are also open, but mostly it's the crystal diode over there. It's very tiny little component which get open, and radio is unable to receive any frequency at all. So these were the common problems which is related to the Sony radios. I would like to show you the one older model. So Sony started their journey into PLL synthesizer, digital pocket size or portable word receiver from this model. This is from 80s, ICF-SW7600D, and in this model they use Panasonic Electrolytic SMD capacitors, and they are so good, they never ever had any problem. All those models, these models, even they are older than the other models I show you, but they work perfectly fine. I give you the demonstration here. So go 198.
Whether you like it or loathe it, and I know plenty of people loathe it, it's a genuine accent. I really think about how I speak. I lived there till I was 18, and
see how strong BBC is coming on the AM long wave. We can go to FM also to 4.7. So if you wanted to buy a reliable, then you go for this model. It's from 80s, but still working fine. But there are other models like this one. This one is a ICF-SW670GR, and this is a dual conversion radio. This is the best you can get, and they don't have here in this model. This was SW7600G. So Sony has learned something after this failure model, which was signed very early, the problem with the capacitors. So they come up with this model, and they increase G, and they use a Panasonic Electrolytic capacitor. So far this radio doesn't have any problem with the electrolytic capacitor, and this one also not, and even this one is much better. This one is very sensitive, and selectivity is better. It's dual conversion, so it has a dual intermittent frequency interject into the oscillator circuit, which make it more sensitive and stable. So these are the best models you can go. But if you would like to go for like SW55 or SW77, they were good radio and with a lot of features like this. But then you need to ask the person to whom you are buying if the electrolytic capacitor has been changed or not. If not, then you buy it, and eventually they're gonna go bad. So I advise all of my subscribers that if you are a radio listener and you want a portable radio by Sony, you know, always go with these three models. You go for this one, it's very reliable, and this is the best at the moment. Now Sony doesn't produce, it's a shame. Since another company like Texan, they are producing basically. So this GR model 7600GR is the best conversion, and even though this old one 7600D from 80s, it works fine, you know, for the normal listening and SSB, it can do the job. It has a good design also. So all other models, you have to check your prospect buyer that the capacitors are changed or not. If not, then better avoid it, because they're gonna go bad pretty soon. I hope you like this video. I would like to share with you, to my subscribers, that they have to find out the problems associated with the bad electrolytic capacitor in the Sony world receivers. Thank you very much for watching, and till next time. Bye bye.